Hi guys, what's going on? It's Kaiger1324 up here today with another discussion video. Today's, just thought I'd mention that we are recording on the tablet again today. The reason being is because I've already done two videos ready to upload, on my phone, so I don't have any more space on my phone to upload. But for a video like this, it's not really that big of an issue. Today's video is another discussion video. Obviously, I like to do my videos, get them all set up and ready to upload, so I've got perhaps 3 videos for the weekend, sort of thing. Another discussion video today. Today's topic is going to be a topic we are going to be covering in many videos. The main topic is collecting, but today's subtopic under collecting is how to storing and profiling. A very important thing about collecting is knowing, having of course storage, how to store your games, how to look after them, and of course profile them. Because a question I often get asked is, you've got so many games, how do you know which ones you have? Good question, and we'll get through that in a minute. But of course the first thing you need to do when it comes to profiling games, storing games, is knowing what sort of storage you're going to have. Of course, the first way of storing games is just throw them wherever you want and just have them where you want. That's not how we want it. We want our games to look presentable. We want them to have easy. There's 3 things you need to remember when three very important things you need to do when you have storing games. You need something that's going to keep them safe, have them presentable, and easy access, because you're going to need to have easy access to your games. You don't want all your games all over the place. So the first thing you've got to remember is what sort of storages are there. There's, of course, you've got storage containers. Storage containers, I've got some under here. It's something like this. Sorry, I don't want to, I don't know if I can get it out. No, okay, I don't. But you know what a storage container looks like. Storage containers are a good sort of, a cheap way to store games. I'd recommend using storage containers as a temporary situation. So perhaps if you don't have the room for some of your games, I'd recommend getting a storage container until you can upgrade into perhaps a bookcase or something like that. Storage containers are a great way to actually, you can get like storage container drawers. I recommend a storage container or storage container drawers for perhaps extra wires and accessories for your game. So your extra controllers, your extra wires, you know, HDMI, SCART, AV cables, your accessories, you know, like your guns, your memory cards, all those good things. You want to keep everything nice and tidy and nice and neat, and a storage container is a good way to do that. But in terms of having your games presentable and easy access, a storage container isn't your best bet. Like I said, it's a temporary situation, but they have got good good values to them, and it is a good method for perhaps maybe not the games so much, but other things. That being said, I think the best method for storing games is a bookcase. Now, you know what a bookcase is. You've probably seen my bookcase in some of my videos in the background anyway. Of course, we've got storage bookcases. The best thing for bookcases, they come in all different shapes and sizes. Now, bookcases don't just have to be for storing books. Even though it's got the word bookcase in it, it's not just for storing books. This is, by the way, this isn't just for games. This can be for DVDs or books, music, anything you want to store. This is more, so don't just look at it as games. If you're not a game collector and you're a DVD or a video collector or music, remember this does, you know, apply to you. I really should have brought my Lucasade up, and the problem is I can't pause my video. Actually, I'm just going to quickly run and go and get my Lucasade. 1 second. I apologise for that. I should have brought it up with me. I would, if I was on my phone, I would have paused the video, but for some reason my tablet's not letting me pause the video. Sticky. Nice. Anyway, So yeah, a bookcase. Now, obviously, with bookcases, you need to go. Obviously, you can. A bookcase can just be like, okay, this one will do. Let's buy it. Bookcases are something you got to make sure you know what bookcase you're getting. Best thing to do with a bookcase is different size bookcases for different games. So perhaps if you've got sorry, I'm going ahead of myself. I'll restart that. So a bookcase, obviously they come in all different shapes and sizes. You've got to prepare yourself to knowing what bookcase you want to get. If you're going to buy a big bookcase, you've got to think to yourself, have I got the room for this, and what can I put on it? You've got to think ahead, what sort of's going to go on here. So perhaps if you've got a big game collection, say you've got 700 PS2 games, you want a big bookcase so you can try and store as many games on there as possible, or DVDs or whatever. Perhaps if you've got a smaller collection, a smaller bookcase would be better. So perhaps if you have PS1 games or DS games or PSP games, perhaps smaller games would be, a smaller bookcase would be better. Now, like I said, a big bookcase like what I've got next to me here, costs around about anywhere from £45 to £60 and up. Well, let's say £45 and up. I got this one from Argos for like £55, and to be honest, well, no, not this one. The one downstairs was £55, but it works and it's nice. So much. You don't really have to go. You want to have matching colours, but sometimes it is nice to have a sort of matching colour. You don't want to have a dark bookcase, and then the rest of your shelvings, bookcases, and all that sort of thing are like a light white colour. It would just look weird. But that being said, that's a bit about the storage thing. So you obviously want to know what you want on there. So this is where the gaming side of thing comes in. Knowing what games to put on your storage. So if you've got a big collection, like I said, it's best to try and put all your games of that genre, or not genre, systems together, because you don't want to have mixed collections. You don't want to have GameCube games with PS2 games mixed in with PS1 and Xbox One games. You don't want it to be all over the place. You want to have easy access to your games. You want to go, oh, PS2 games, they're all there. Now, my bookcase has sort of become a bit more messy, and I'm going to sort that out actually after this video. Maybe I'll have a sandwich first, but I'm going to sort that out after this video. Now, so you want to have easy access to them. Sometimes it's best, you've got to do two things. If you've got a bookcase, there's two ways of doing it. You can do it easy access, or you can do it trying to get the most out of it. So you can try and just put every game on there and use up as much space as the bookcase can give you, which is a great way if you want to just get as many games on there as possible. But the only downside to it is that sometimes it is a bit hard to find your game. Now, as for the way you want to sort your games out, or your DVDs or whatever, is it best to do it by genre, by there's three ways. Well, there's three ways of doing it. You can do it alphabetical. Alphabetical is an easy way. Again, like if you're looking for, say, from alphabetical, it's like, okay, I want to play Guitar Hero. Look for G, found it. There's Guitar Hero. I was going to do it alphabetical. The only problem with alphabetical is it's hard. It's easy to make mistakes with alphabetical, and sometimes you end up putting them in the wrong place. So it's easy to make mistakes with alphabetical. And the only problem with alphabetical is if you buy another game, say you brought Bomberman for your PS2, you've got to now find where the B's are, and you've got to try and make more space and sort it all out. So it can be pretty annoying. Another way of doing it is genre, which is how I'm going to do it. I did have it alphabetical, and then I just decided to put everything on there. But I'm going to go with genre, because genre is a great way of you going, okay, especially if you're, perhaps a YouTuber yourself, or you want to show off your games and show off your videos, do videos on them. It's a good way to do it in genre, to knowing, especially for movies as well and DVDs. It's a good way for you to go, okay, let's say if I put a bunch of fighting games together, if I'm in the mood to play a fighting game, all I've got to look for is where the fighting games are, racing games, sports games, etc. Because I've slowly been going through my games, playing some of them. Some games I play for longer, and other games I don't play as much, like the sports games. So I'm probably going to do it as genre because that way I know if instead of okay, I'm playing a long game, but next to the sports game, it's only going to be a 10-minute gameplay for me. It's best for me to know what I'm getting into, sort of thing. And another way of doing it is, hear me out on this one. This is something I was going to do, but I've decided not to. But you can do it yourself. Is games that are playability with games, like I just mentioned. For games that you know you're going to play a lot, it's sometimes best to put your games that you're going to play the most together, and then obviously at the bottom you maybe have the games that you're not going to play that much, and then as you get higher and higher, that sort of thing. You could do it like that if you really wanted to. Now, that's really the storage side of things. Storage is a very important thing. You want to have your games, like I said, presentable. You want people to come in and go, oh, you've got a nice section of games here. You can look at it, looks nice. Another thing, safe. You don't want your games all over the place because that's how games get broken, they get lost. You want to make sure all your games are safe. So make sure you put your games back in the box, in the case, whatever you want to call it, case box. Put them back in the case box, and then put them back where they belong. So keep them together. And of course, like I said, have them sorted to how you would like them, genre, alphabet, whatever. Now, the second part of thing I find is that this is a very, very tough and a very important one to remember is profiling. You've got to think, if you've got 2,000 games, what games do you, and you go out shopping for more games, how do you know which ones you have, or DVDs or music? Like I said, it can be for anything. I'm just using games as, for me at least, but if you're watching this video and you don't collect games but you collect DVDs, just every time I say games, just think DVDs. Another drink of Lucasade. Trying to make myself feel a little bit better. I've had good news. I'm not going to say it yet. In the future I'll let you guys know about the good news, but this isn't, like I said, a vlog video. We've said goodbye to those. But, sorry. Like I said, profiling. How do you know what games you have? There are many profiling apps and programs. A good one for people who use PCs is RF Generations. That's a very good one. And another good one for perhaps DVD people is called Inverness Profiler, I believe it's called. That's a good one as well. But on your phone, if you want to use, I recommend getting one for your phone or your tablet. I wish I could have showed you, but I don't have it on my phone anymore. I have it on my tablet. It's just one called My Game Collection, and there's another one which is just called, I believe, DVD Collection. Just type in DVD Profiler and Game Collection Profiler or Game Profiler. You can get most of them on your phone. I recommend doing it on your phone or your tablet because it's a lot easier. If you're sitting down going through your games, it's a lot easier to just type it on your phone or your tablet than having a laptop or computer set up, because you don't have the mobility, as much mobility with a laptop. I think, plus with a laptop, it's sort of like every time you do it, you've got to set it down, type, put it back, set it down, type. Whereas a phone, you just get it out, type, done. I just find it much easier to do it on a phone, but I do have it on my tablet. I'm having it on my tablet because last time I had it on my phone, it stopped working. Also, like I said, this phone does work now, but I don't know how long for. Plus, I'm getting a new one soon anyways, but it's best to use it on my tablet. And I've already started doing it on my tablet anyway. So, profiling is a very good way to write down what games you have, what games, obviously, you want to make sure when you do, because most profilers have a very good in-depth system of, it's not just the name and that's it. You can pretty much sorry, you can have it as customizable as you want. You can put in any information. Not do you just own the game, box, complete in box, is it sealed, manual, all that good stuff. How many times you played the game, how many hours you put into the game, have you completed it, what features the game has, if it don't already tell you that. You can put descriptions of the game, pictures of the games, great features. And again, you can do the same for DVDs, and I believe there probably is a music one as well, probably. I don't know so much for videos, but I think most DVD profilers, you could just have it say video instead. But anyway, most profilers are pretty useful and have a very big selection of things that are already on there, and for every time you find one that isn't on there, you can just type it in yourself. And sometimes you can do it by searching by name or title, like I said, put it in yourself. And you can even use a barcode scanner for most games and DVDs as well, which is great. But yeah, it's very important to profile them. And like I said, if you have it on your phone, I recommend maybe your phone. I should have done it on my phone, but like I said, I didn't have this until last month, well, this month really. But like I said, it's good to have it on your phone, because if you're out and about and you're in a shop and you're thinking to yourself, do I have this game? You can just easily just go on, tap it, and then there you go. You look. It's a great way. You need to profile your games because it's the only way you're going to find out what games you have. Otherwise, you'll end up buying multiple games, and you think you've got a game. You think sometimes you go out and you go, have I got this game? You don't buy it, you get home, you find out you didn't have it, and then you get pissed off because you go back to buy it and it's not there. Or the opposite, you buy it, you're thinking you don't have it, but you do have it. Very important to profile your games. It is a very important thing to do, because it's best to have the games profiled. You know what games you've got. Bob's your uncle, sorted. So, yeah, that's about it. I just thought I wanted to do a little bit of a discussion on, well, it's more of a lecture or discussion, whatever you want to call it, on how to profile your games. Like I said, gaming, collecting is going to be something that's a big genre for these discussion videos. The next discussion video, again, will be another, on collecting at least, will be shopping, the shopping side of things, where to get your games or your movies or whatever. And you got to think to yourself, a good part of, I don't just buy games for the sake of it. I love to collect. Collecting is the fun side. The enjoyable side. Playing the game is the gaming side. So don't just be a gamer, be a collector. Like I said, you've just got to be careful with sometimes collecting. I have mentioned in my tips and tricks video, which I did a while ago, making sure you have the room and the money for it. Don't go overboard like I've done sometimes. But that being said, this has been another discussion topic: collecting and storing and profiling your games or your DVDs, your music, whatever you want to say. I just use games, like I said. Anyway, if you enjoy these type of videos, just feel free to leave a thumbs up. It really helps me out a lot. And leave a comment below. Let me know what sort of if this is useful information to you, and if you'd like to see more of these types of videos. I like to give useful information if I can. And of course, feel free to subscribe if you're new around here and want to see more content. Of course, always happy for you to join the family, as I say, and lots of videos for you guys to enjoy if that's your thing. And of course, like I always say, have a nice day, and I will see you in the next video. It might be another discussion video, it might be an ASMR video, I don't know yet, but we've got 3 videos coming. Well, it's Thursday today, so the video that will be uploaded will be the ASMR video, and then you'll see what's coming. But you'll know what's coming, so I'm going to end the video here, go and have a sandwich, and then I'm going to do some sort out these games into genre, but I'm going to profile them at the same time as well. So I'll see you in the next video, and take care. You can't see me. See you later. Bye bye.